Hey, it's Trudy Rankin here, and my business is called West Island Digital, and I run a program called the Online Business Liftoff Program that teaches people how to find an idea and actually get a good solid start to setting up an online business. I've been a part of memberships and masterminds for quite a few years now, and a number of different ones. And when Jillian asked me if I could put together a few little thoughts about how to get the best value out of a membership, I thought I'd just tell you some of the things that I've learned over the years, and I keep it really super short. First thing is that there's a couple of principles that I think are really important mindset thinking to bring to being part of a membership community. First one is that you get out what you put into it. You've got to make sure you keep what you do in a membership doable. You've got to be able to keep repeating and doing it. But it's like anything that's worthwhile, you get out of it what you put in. The second principle is that it's just as much about helping other people as it is about getting value for yourself. So it's about a balance there. You've got to make sure that you're not giving away so much that you're not able to do work on your own work, and you're not feeling heavy about the advice and value that you're giving to other people, but you should also have a balance about how much you give as compared to how much you're getting. So the third sort of one is that there is no such thing as a dumb question. There's just a human being wanting to learn something. So whenever I need to know something and I feel silly having to ask that because theoretically I should know it, it doesn't matter. I just go ahead and ask it anyway because I'm trying to learn something. So those are the principles. The practicalities are the things that I do to try and get really good value out of a membership. The first one is that if you get and give feedback, it gives you an opportunity to sort of share what you know with other people, as well as to learn something from somebody else if they give you feedback. And I'm talking about when you're specifically asking for feedback on a thing like a web page or a landing page, or if you're pitching an idea for a new product or service, and basically just putting it out there and saying to people, hey, what do you think? So it's a really great way to find things, especially if you're giving people feedback on their product offering. I've often found things that I would want to buy because that product is going to help me, and I can help them by shaping it up and get something of value back again as well. So the second thing is that it's a really great way to form collaborative partnerships. In several areas, we've managed to put together projects where we've put together really fun things like websites, or focusing on a specific niche where you can actually help people that you want to help, and there's a common interest with somebody else that wants to help those same sorts of people, but they just have a different skill set to you. So it's not a formal partnership per se, but it's more a collaborative partnership where you're both getting value out of that thing that you're working on together. And I've already mentioned that the third thing, which is to get assistance. Like if I've reached out a couple of times, even just an SPI Pro, I reached out a couple of times and said, hey, need some help with this. Usually do it through direct messaging, but I'll do it after I've noticed somebody mentioned something, or they've said, hey, I need help with this, and I went, oh, I need help with that as well. And then you can reach out and ask for help with that, and it's a great place just to get somebody assisting you on something where it's quicker and easier to establish a relationship. You don't have to go through some of the usual preliminaries that you might have to if you're just looking out there looking for a provider to help you. The fourth thing is that it's a really great way to find clients. If you put something out that is basically saying, hey, I've got this product idea, or I provide this service, is anybody interested? People who are interested are much more likely to jump on and say, hey, that sounds exactly like me. Let's have a chat. Let's see. So you're already talking to people who are warm audience because they're already in a place where they're comfortable and feel safe, and you're part of the community. So it makes it a great way to find clients. And of course, people who work with you and like what you do basically are willing to promote you to other people as well. And if you get assistance from somebody else and you like what they did, you can promote those people to everyone else as well. So, for example, I just had Justin Geist came in and did a YouTube channel audit for us for our YouTube channel, and it was really valuable. It was really a super great experience, and it has helped us change the focus of where we're taking our YouTube channel. So that was really fantastic. I think it's the other thing that's a really beneficial thing is that's a great place to find podcast guests, or to ask if anybody else wants you on their podcast. There's a few people there now. Lorraine Taylor and Maria Fiala have already been on my podcast, and that was a really lovely experience. So there's a lot of really valuable expertise in the community that you can use to help your customers, especially if you have a podcast. And the last thing I guess that I would say is that you basically need to set time, a set scheduled time for when you're going to check conversations and messages, because it's not quite the same as going in and checking your social media stuff. It's a place where you're building relationships with co-travelers who have got as much or more expertise than you do, and you want to spend time building those relationships. So by having a scheduled time in your diary or your calendar to do that, it really makes it possible to be sustainable, to be part of a member community, and to very consistently provide value and get value back. So I hope that was helpful. That was a lot of words over a very short period of time, but that's how I get value out of a membership, and I hope that helps you get value out of SPI Pro as well. Cheers.